shortly to try to confirm that. In the meantime, let's go back to Kay Burley, who's over on the west coast of the States for the total eclipse.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. This is going to be the most watched solar total eclipse in history. I was just saying to Greg before you joined us that I feel sort of weirdly emotional about it, Greg. The light is weird. Not quite sure how to best describe what we can see.
No, it's gone very quiet here. You know, people clearly anticipating this and have been for so long. But you're right, the light is very strange. Someone said the other day it's like a sooty light. It feels like a soot in the air. It's got cooler. What are we? We're getting close now to that total eclipse, and that moment that they've all been waiting for. And we're told that people do get emotional. People don't know how they're going to react.
I can feel my heart racing.
When your watch has stopped.
And my watch has stopped. It actually has, which is a bit weird. More people than ever before will be able to see this eclipse. It has about now hit the coast. It's heading our way. It comes into, is it Depot Beach?
Depot Bay is the first place.
Actually, about 5 minutes away before that happens. At 3,300 miles an hour, we're going to be seeing that cloud from the moon. And then, as a result of that, it reaches us here, and then it heads out of our state and across 13 others.
Yeah, it goes across. It touches 14 in all, from the Pacific coast to the Atlantic coast. Over that, about an hour and a half. That's how fast it goes. That it could cross the US in an hour and a half, and then we'll exit into the Atlantic in South Carolina, another key spot. And what's interesting is through that band, and it's about 67 miles wide. That swathe will be in total eclipse. There are some big cities. There's St. Louis, there's Columbia in South Carolina. So big population centres. So apart from all those people who are driving, all the people who've come to places like this to get into that zone of totality to see it, there are people who just live naturally in the path of this, and that's why this is so unusual. It's rare for a total eclipse to come to where you live, and that's why this one, particularly as it's only a total eclipse in the United States, is such a big thing for so many people.
Yeah, as I said, my watch has stopped, so I've no idea what time it is. We've got about 10 minutes to go, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
so let's have a wander around, should we? And have a chat to some people. As I said, I'm feeling weirdly emotional about it. The light is very strange, as Greg was saying. Let's chat to some other people and see how they feel. We're not going to get in your way, but hi, you're live on Sky News just at the moment. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah. I'm feeling weirdly emotional about the whole thing.
No.
No? Okay, maybe it's just me then. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen one before?
No.
Okay. So what brought you here? Why particularly Madras in Oregon? Where are you from?
Portland.
Okay. Oh, so you've not gone very far then, have you? About 100 miles, less than that. Okay, you've known about it for a while though, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's my uncle who's got all the equipment and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we chatted to him earlier, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, let's chat to some other people. Hello. Can we chat to you?
Sure.
Okay. Hi. Have you seen an eclipse before?
In 1979.
Okay.
This is my second.
Okay, and so describe it to us. What happened?
I was so little I don't really remember it, so I feel like I'm a virgin to the eclipses again because I was so little I don't remember it at all. So it feels like my first time.
Music playing in the background. Sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, so no, I'm super excited. This is going to be fun.
Okay. What about you, madam?
We're from Southern California. We have a house in Bend just down the way, but that's my brother with all the equipment, and so there's no way of working this.
How did he sell it to you?
He didn't need to, although he wanted me to start a year early, and that's not. He had started a year early with all the preparations.
Fantastic.
So
well, it's almost time. It's around about 8 minutes, I think. I don't know why I'm looking at my watch because it stopped, but it's at about 8 minutes or something like that. So we'll let you get ready. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I think you can hear, Kate, the man playing 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey. I know. I thought we'd wander up and say hello to him. Yeah. There's certainly a party atmosphere here, isn't there? how did they decide where to organise these camps and the like? Because NASA's here, but there are also in other parts of the United States as well, aren't
Yeah,
they?
certainly here it was all about the fact that the conditions are so good for watching this eclipse. The weather, the air, the fact we're high up, we're away from too much light, all of those things. There's not much moisture in the air, that's key. So NASA chose here and a few other places across the country. And then they just found the space. This is a small town with a lot of open space that has now been turned into a campsite and turned into this for where people can come and sit out in the open and enjoy this spectacle.
Some issues with cloud, the C word, as eclipse chasers describe it.
Yeah, which actually is, there's some, isn't there? But
This over
nothing.
here, Dave.
Nothing
Look at the state
to,
of that telescope. That's impressive.
There's nothing in terms of the weather that is obscuring it. No smoke from the forest fires nearby. It's pretty much the perfect day for watching this eclipse, which is why they came here and why they wanted to be in a good spot to see it all.
OK, let's bring in Simon Calder, should we? I think Simon's in Wyoming. Hello to you, Simon. You're the one who said go and see the eclipse, whatever you do, OK? How is it where you are?
Hello, Kay. Yep, I'm in a field, a beautiful meadow with the Grand Teton National Park just to the west there. But of course, everybody is focusing on the sun to the southeast. There's about 200 eclipse hunters here. We're all gathered from various parts of the UK. We've been bussed in. We're on a private ranch and we are having the time of our lives. There's a distinct chill in the air. It's about half of the sun is now obscured. And we're so looking forward to, within about 20-25 minutes of having those precious 2 minutes and a few seconds of totality. But great excitement. And as you can tell, possibly an even more beautiful location than yours, Kay.
We'll argue about that when we get back to London, Simon. But what is it about the total eclipse? Why did you want to come and see it?
Well, I think there's very, very few people in the history of humankind who've actually ever experienced a total eclipse. But of course, we're living in a generation where I spent £1,000 on the flight out here, another £1,500 on a special eclipse tour like the rest of the people here. And so you've got the opportunity to come and see, to celebrate, to worship the sun, or rather worship the sun disappearing, with an awful lot of very brainy people who know what's going on, and they will share the experience. They've got extraordinary expensive equipment. There's also a chap with, I'll just turn around, just a cardboard box over there in the distance with a pinhole in it, getting very good views of the partial eclipse. So there's an air of great celebration, great anticipation here, and they even had a tea stand. So everything that the good British umbrophile would want, Kate.
Excellent. Thanks very much indeed, Simon. Thank you. Dr. Whitehouse also still with us in central London. Hello to you, Doctor. Now, we're aware here of that sort of greyishness of the sky that you were talking to us about. So not long now until totality.
Not long. And if you think it's impressive now, it's only greyish. The thing about a total solar eclipse is that it is almost all in the totality. Things change dramatically when the moon completely covers the sun. This is exciting as we have anticipation of the next few minutes, but you will notice that if you feel emotional and intrigued and amazed by what's happening at the moment, just wait until those last few seconds when you see the diamond ring effect, that last little bit of sun shining through the valleys on the very edge of the moon. When that appears and then disappears very quickly, then it is like a different event. Then it will really excite you, because it's all in the totality with the total solar eclipse. It's great to watch the building up to it and coming down again on the other side, but the 2 minutes, 40 seconds of totality are by far and away the star of the show, because that's like nothing else that led up to it or will follow it.
I hear what you're saying, Doctor, and as you say, it's I'm desperate to look up to the sun without using my glasses, but of course that's the last thing that I should do. So I'm just going to sit down and enjoy the experience as you're talking to me. When we see Bailey's beads and we see the corona and the like, that is what the scientists are looking for, because that is the one moment when we can start to analyse the sun scientifically a little bit more.
That's right. The thing which scientists want to see is the corona. And as soon as the moon blots out the sun, you will see this bright atmosphere around it, which is only best studied during a total solar eclipse. It's the sun's hot outer atmosphere. It's much hotter than the surface. But when the sun is not eclipsed, the brightness of the surface completely swamps it. So it's a very exciting time for scientists to observe this strange region of the sun. And the question they're asking is, what shape will the corona be? Because it varies between what we call solar maxima and solar minima. At solar maxima, it's quite elongated and asymmetrical. But at the moment, we're at minimum solar activity. So they're expecting it to be fairly symmetrical and even all the way around the sun. But they won't know that for another couple of minutes.
People are starting to get incredibly excited here, as you can probably hear from my microphone, Doctor. I personally am also finding it quite breathtaking. I feel that my heart is racing. I don't necessarily think that it's a dragon that's eating the sun, but it is something that, as a human being, we don't expect to see, and it instills almost primal instincts in us.
Something about a total solar eclipse. You are a part of the universe. You are the universe that is conscious, that is able to look at these things. And this is the grandest spectacle you can see from the surface of the Earth. So it brings all sorts of emotions. Science is actually the least part of it. This is a great emotional event in the life of anyone who sees it.
How do I know when it's exactly the moment that I can take my glasses off?
It's coming up very, very quickly. That arc you can see will start to shrink very quickly, and it will end in a point of light called the diamond ring. And then it changes very quickly indeed, and you will see the corona of the sun, and the sun will be a black hole in the sky.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see that. Oh my goodness me. So we can just see the last part of the moon, sort of almost the sun is shining on the edges of the moon now, and we can see that edge of the moon in a little tiny bit more detail. You still there, Doctor?
Yes, I can still see you. Yes, it's coming up now to the time of total eclipse. There's just a sliver left, and you'll see the Bailey's beads, which is the sunlight getting through a tiny sliver on the edge of the moon, probably a canyon or a valley that it's just able to peek through. And if you were standing on the moon looking back at the Earth, you would see the Earth as a full Earth. You would see face on, and you would see the shadow of the moon hitting Oregon where you are, and then racing in, what is it, an hour and a half straight across America to come out of the Carolinas. In fact, the scientists on board the International Space Station are looking at this, and although they won't see a total eclipse, they're going to see it 3 times from various angles and look down to see the shadow of the moon on the Earth. And you're moments away from it now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, we're looking at those images, both from the International Space Station. Oh my goodness me, look at those amazing pictures. I really hope you're enjoying these at home in the United Kingdom as much as we are, Greg, here in Oregon.
It's incredible to see, isn't it? And you can hear the reaction around us from people who are looking at this through a telescope and hear that reaction that this moment has arrived. And people looking through a telescope saying they're seeing detail on the moon that was what they wanted to see. The expectation is so high here, and
we're exactly where we are. We're probably about a minute or 2 away still. So these images that you're looking at will be from the beach at Oregon.
Bay.
Yeah, Depot Bay.
And from the NASA planes. And NASA have got planes up flying through all of this. And you can see what the scientists are looking at, those sparks, those gases coming off the sun.
It's gone incredibly quiet here. There is,
There it is.
when we were talking to the scientists and asking them about what to expect, they say it is primal. Some people scream, some people cry, some people are euphoric. Birds will stop singing because they think that it is nighttime. Dogs will bark, they're confused. Flowers will close, we're told, as well. And it lasts for approximately 2 minutes where we are. The longest ever eclipse has lasted for 7. Oh, it's almost here. It will last for approximately 2 minutes and we'll be able to take off our glasses. I'm going to let you enjoy that moment with us in just a second. People are counting us down now, 30 seconds to go. Until it happens here where we are, sitting in a field in Oregon. Just enjoy the noise from the people around us.
Mercury is down below the sun. I think you can see them in the vinyls.
I'm so conscious of it. So cry. Yes?
That's just stunning. Who needs a turn? Okay, down to the side. Down to the side is Mercury.
Oh, wow. I see the picture. Okay. Oh, this is so cool.
So I think Greg's here. Greg, is that Venus? I think this is Venus here. Mercury's here as well. People are absolutely captivated.
They are. People seeing Sirius and Regulus. I think the expectation that they had has been more than delivered. I think people are just stunned, as we are. I think by what this is, and it starts to emerge now.
I'm not sure that you can look back. We need to put our glasses back on. But the moon has across the face of the sun now and starting to peek out against the other side. Some 3,000 miles an hour is what the shadows are moving just at the moment. Look how bright it's becoming.
The light coming back straight away.
Oh my goodness.
Someone said yesterday it was unworldly, and it is, isn't it? That's the sense. It is the most extraordinary experience of understanding what we're feeling.
Yes, let's go and chat to some of these people that Dave was showing you just how amazing was that.
It was absolutely.
Oh my goodness me! Did it exceed your expectations?
Yeah.
Didn't it? I heard you screaming and looking through the telescope. Can you not talk? Can you not tell me?
There are no words to describe.
There really aren't, are there? What did you think?
Fabulous.
Yeah?
Fabulous. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen it before?
No.
Ever?
No. It was the first time ever.
Did it live up to your expectations?
Absolutely, it did. It was amazing. Yeah. It leaves you speechless.
It moves so quickly.
Yep.
It happens so quickly. You don't expect it to happen so soon.
That's
do
right.
you?
That's right. It was boom, and then you see the diamond ring, and it's over.
And did you take your glasses off for totality?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And then just as it starts to move again, you realise just how bright the sun is. Wow.
That's great.
Yeah, it sure was.
Lifetime experience.
Yeah, let's speak to the expert over here. Who you were showing everybody, weren't you?
It wasn't long enough.
Wasn't long
No
enough.
wide-angle lenses.
Me too.
Just be a photographer. I know what you're doing.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I got a picture.
Pretty drained by it.
I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
Look what have you got.
Well, can we see the picture? Can I see your picture? Did you take that, Liddy? That's amazing. How did you feel when you were watching?
It was really cool. Like,
Yeah.
it was really cool.
It was. How many have you seen before? You look as though you're a bit of an expert. No.
Wow, that was impressive. You can let everyone have a go and everyone needs to see it.
Hey, got to share.
You've got to share. You're going to go and see more now you've seen that.
That's a good question. There's a story out there. There's a story out there that you've probably seen about some guy who's been to everyone since he was 14. He
That's
wheeled
right.
his way. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it cost him his marriage.
Yeah. Bear that in mind.
I'm not going to risk my marriage.
That. Okay, fair enough. Thanks very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Let's go and find the other people who are up here and screaming. Come this way if you would.
Where are you from?
We're from London.
From London.
And that was live. You were great. You were great. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Let's head up this way really quickly. Dr. Whitehouse is still with us. Dr. Whitehouse, oh my goodness, it was exactly as you predicted. It was absolutely spectacular.
It was, wasn't it? It's just amazing. Whether you see it, on a screen and you appreciate, a fraction of what it is, seeing how quickly it's over and how dramatic it is. And there was that beautiful symmetrical corona, the sun's outer atmosphere. And actually I could see structure in that. I could see prominences, which are, if you like, explosions on the surface of the sun that are throwing vast amounts of material up into space. And some of that material can strike the Earth's upper atmosphere. So it was just remarkable. It's, you will rarely see a better eclipse than that. You'll see longer eclipses. The longest they can be at, I think, over 4 minutes. But that was just perfect.
It was over too soon, though, I have to say. And I know it's racing across the United States now. We're going to be able to show people the images on more than one occasion. It takes about an hour and a half or so to travel across the US. It's something like 3,300 miles an hour as it hit the coast, but that reduces quite quickly to, I think, 2,900 by the time it leaves the state of Oregon. Why is that? Is that because it goes higher up into the sky?
No, that's just the track of the path of totality depends upon how the orbit of the Earth around the Sun is changing and how the orbit of the Moon is changing. And it's never happening in, if you like, constantly. It's always changing its velocity and it's always changing its position. So there is a slight variation in the speed of the point of totality as it moves across America. Not much, but as you speak, there are NASA jets and other airplanes actually flying along that path, trying to keep up with the moon shadow, trying to make observations which give them a totality which is longer than the 2 minutes 40 seconds. And that's the case. There are commercial airliners who are doing this. NASA has got instrumented jets which are trying to prolong the observations of the outer corona as long as they can. So yes, the rest of America is waiting for totality to approach them, but there are some people who are chasing the sun all across America to get those precious observations.
Okay, Doctor, thank you. I just want to bring in this elderly lady. Can we come and have a quick chat? Can we say hello?
Yes.
Excellent. Hello. Hi. How amazing was that?
That was totally amazing. Did you like that, Mom?
Yes. Mom seems...
She's the oldest one here.
How old? May I ask how old you are? Or is that completely inappropriate?
94.
Did she enjoy it?
Yes.
Amazing. Excellent. She certainly looked as though she did it. And you enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it.
Fantastic. First one you've seen?
Yes. Yes.
Love the T-shirt. Good to talk to you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Yes. Wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a wow.
Exceed your expectations?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Although we did it in 79.
And the annular in 2012.
But I was 29 then.
And here's where our images will end up on my website.
This is a bigger thing.
Oh, thank you.
You know what life is like, and you understand things a whole lot more than when you're 29.
Okay, and I'm just talking to our doctor back in London, a professor, and he was telling us that this is probably one of the best that he's ever seen in his lifetime.
Oh my gosh.
And you saw it live?
Yeah.
How amazing was that?
Amazing. John, dig out those old solar.
Oh, we've got old pictures to look at as well. Come back and have it. Oh, and what?
Not really.
What are you showing me?
These are the masks.
That's what solar viewers were like back in 79.
Oh, okay, as opposed to the glasses. Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
You can take a card.
I've got one. I've got one. Lovely to talk to you. Thank you, sir. You're live on Sky News in London just at the moment.
She had 3 seconds on the Sky News from the other day. At the very end, her and I were practicing.
Hey, well, we're ever present. It's good to talk to you. Thank you. Okay, that's it for now. We'll be back with you in just a second.
Four Southern bands, 4 Southern burgers. Touring now the Texas Ranch. That's how it's done and it's finger-licking good.
Are you totally ready to catch an eye? For sparks to fly? For Mr. Right? Colgate Total fights bacteria on teeth, tongue, cheeks and gums for 12 hours, so you can be totally confident of a healthier mouth.
Sorry, folks. Looks like we're stuck here for a while.
Colgate Total. Be totally ready for life.
Every match on Sky Sports and BT Sport. This is football from Virgin Media.
That's a sofa by Karen. That's a sofa by Andy. Influenced by Abby. And that's a sofa by the Joneses. That's the beauty of sofas by you. Each sofa is uniquely designed by you. From style